Yowza, yowza, yowza. So today I plan to cover the Korean ship captain who just happened to fall into a lifeboat while 300 kids on his boat drowned. And then that crazy Bundy guy out west who says the government is hassling him just because he let his cattle graze on federal land and didn't pay any of the grazing fees for years. But that kind of got all set aside with the tragedy at Jonathan Law High School this morning. 16-year-old honor student, a good kid by all accounts, stabbed to death over a prom date. Killed by another 16-year-old. Of course, we don't know who this piece of walking dung is because we don't announce the names of minors when they're arrested. Of course, when those laws were created to shield minors, those kids were basically up to just mischief, and no one should be stigmatized because of mischief. That law shouldn't apply in a crime like this. The world needs to know who this person was. If you're old enough to stab or shoot somebody, you're old enough to feel the wrath of society. Dead because you turned down a prom date? How did all this happen? You know, all you got to do is take a look at the comments section on these stories when you see them posted on websites, and you'll see how it happened. We are a sick bunch of critters, and the sickness is rampant. In Seymour, a man was arrested last night for keeping his sister hostage in a room for years. That's years. When the cops were finally alerted, they found her covered in urine and feces. They had to wear hazmat suits to investigate. You know, we used to be a society that looked out for each other, and now we seem to care more about the Kardashians and Duck Dynasty and who told a joke that offended someone. Fake outrage over meaningless things runs rampant. We watch the rich get richer. Our wages haven't gone up in over a decade. And the people feel the game's rigged. Too many of us have just given up and given our psyches over to the law of the jungle. I want what I want, and if I don't get it, somebody's going to pay. Working together it's a fond memory of a distant time. And we need to make that memory into reality once again, or it's over. The road to chaos awaits us, and only we have the power to turn the wheel. Let's get back to parenting again. Let's get back to looking out for each other. Of course, that takes work. You can't let the TV do it. It's a hands-on effort. Yeah, there's some bad people out there that, you know, you got to wonder what runs through the mind of a 16-year-old that he would take a knife to a classmate because he got turned down for a prom date. I don't care if she said, no, I wouldn't go with you if you were the last man on earth and all the sheep were dead. It doesn't warrant an attack. We can go into violence against women if we want to, but you know how we've cheapened women, but that's something for another day. Today is Friday. It's a time when we normally pig out and pork out and freak out, but this weekend, why don't we have a few drinks and say, what the hell is going on here? And how can I work to change it? For this weekend is here. It's now. And you've gotta start making a difference.